Today we are going to learn about personality development. Everybody is born with a different personality. But as we are facing the competitive world in our professional life, to be more successful, your powerful personality is a very vital factor. We all are born in a different place, in a different family, in different time and different area altogether. So our personalities differ from each other. But when it comes to developing personality, we have to first identify our personality ourselves. In the sense, what we are, how we are, and why we are. And then once we learn how and what we are, then we can change our personality, make changes in our personality, and make it better. Now, what is development of personality? Personality development means how you react to the different situation with the different people in the different manner because of what you have learned in your life. The reactions, your attitude, and your behavior altogether makes a personality. But first of all, when we are trying to develop our personality or making it better, first we have to go back and check ourselves first, our present personality, and what we are and how we are. In order to check that personality, first we have to check our 3 E's. The 3 E's are most important factors in developing our personalities. First E is environment. Second E is education. And third E is experience. These 3 E's are very, very, very important and powerful in building a person, who he is or she is and why. We'll talk about the first E, environment. Environment means the environment which you are born in and which you grew up in and you have lived through your life. The first environment starts with our home. Our home environment, a family, is a tremendous powerful factor in building our attitude and our behavior and our mentality. For example, if a person is born in a traditional family or orthodox family, that person grows up to think in the same manner he grew up in the family. For example, if a person who has been born in a religious family, that person tends to become more religious when he grows up to be an adult. Same way, if a child is born in a modern family, that child tends to be a modern child when he grows up to be a teenager. His attitude, his choice of clothes, his choice of friends, his language, his behavior, everything has a tremendous effect of his family background. So first of all, when we want to change our attitude or personality, we have to go back and study what kind of family we have grown up, what kind of mentality our family members have, what kind of rules, principles we have, and how it has affected our present day personality, and how it is either hindering our progress or it is enhancing our progress. So, let us talk about that, a family background. Second environment is that of your society, of your community. Second environment is your community. Society, especially your neighborhood. Which type of neighborhood a person grows up into. A boy who grows up in a slum area, his personality will be like those who live in the slum area. His language will be like that also. His attitude will be like that also. His tendencies will be like that also. Even the looks will be affected by those people who has been lived around. If a person, if a child has been grown up in a more sophisticated society, that child will be of more of a sophisticated child. So you have to figure out where you have grown up and where you were born, what kind of people you are lived around with. Children who live around a typical middle class society where religion is very important become more of religious people. Children who have grown up with people who are more of believers of blind faith, superstition. The child also believes in superstition, even though after education, many of us also are into the same category when we are also educated, but we do believe in a lot of superstition. That affects your powerful personality when you go into your careers. Second E is our education. Education is also a very, very powerful factor in order to build our personality. First, schools. If you are agreeing with, if you have observed around, children from different schools have different personalities. A very good example I always use in my class is that in Vadodara, Navrachna school is a very popular school. Children from Navrachna school and children from any other school in another area like Jivan Bharati or other, complete different people, complete different thinking, complete different behavior. Children from Navrachna school will be talking about Switzerland on vacations, summer vacations, or Singapore or something like that. Whereas children from another small schools, they'll be probably talking about Abu Ambaji. Also, children from a school like Navrachna, they are probably always talking about branded items, clothes which are branded, bags which are branded, accessories which are branded. Whereas other school children will be probably talking about basic necessity items. So the attitude, the behavior changes according to the environment of schools you have studied in. Second thing, subjects also. Your core subjects. A person who has studied in science is a bit different than a person who has studied in commerce. I always use a good example of MS University. We have one MS University in our city. 3 people, 3 boys, same university. One wears a long cotton kurta with long beard, maybe long shabby hair, and a jeans torn out or a faded jeans, arts faculty. Another boy who is wearing a decent cotton shirt, ironed properly, glasses, short decent hair, science faculty. And another boy who looks like Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan, dressed up and fashion, commerce faculty. There is very obvious identity. Even though all these boys are studying in one campus, but different core areas have affected their personality. Even we have noticed also that people, Gujarati background boys who have gone to study out of Gujarat, when they come back within few months, their personality changes. The way they talk, the way they wear their clothes, even styles, everything has changed. So education has a tremendous influence on building our personality, the way we talk and the way we behave. The third, experience. Experience makes a man perfect. We learn a lot of things in our life on the basis of our experiences. Our attitude, our behavior, our mentality changes with our experiences with different situations or different people. For example, one day I was traveling in a bus during the time when the bomb blast was happening in Bombay, and they were showing the news on the channels all the time, and they were showing the sketches of expected or suspected terrorists with this long beard, white kurta, typical Muslim guy with the hat. When I was traveling, one boy got in my bus, sat next to me, who looked just like that terrorist on the television. Usually I'm a very friendly person when I travel and talk to people. But that day when I saw this person, my mind was influenced by the pictures which I saw on TV. So my behavior, my attitude changed with this person because he looked like this terrorist. So I did not talk to him. I avoided sitting with him. But he was no terrorist, of course. He was some passenger who got off the bus when his station came. But what I'm trying to say is our attitude, our behavior changes because of our experiences. So, in order to change our personality to become a positive person, a more powerful person, and a more successful person in a career, we have to look at these three factors first. We have to go back and study ourselves. You can always write down in your notebook all the points and then study and then see what is positive in you and what needs to be changed from negative to positive. Because we are facing a globalized world now. Our future is globalized future. We have to be compatible and competitive in order to stay in the market, in the corporate world, in the career, and to become a successful person. So, development of personality is extremely important as an educational qualification. No matter how much qualification you have, how many certificates you have, but when you don't impress people at the time of interview, you are not selected for interviews. And after interview also, when you are selected as a manager or as a higher level person or a base level person, but if you don't influence people with your personality, you will not succeed much. So, this is a very, very important factor in today's world, that in order to be successful in our careers, we have to improve our personality. The way we think, the way we talk, the way we behave with people, the way we make our decisions, and all the communication factors. So, personality development is one of the most important factors in today's world. Thank you.